Hi guys, today I want to do a pink winged eye look. The lighting is not so good today, but I thought I'll give it a shot. So I'm gonna do a voiceover later on, as I find that easier when I'm doing my makeup. I can't really talk, and I want to do this quickly before it gets dark outside. So let's get right into it. Using the Too Faced Hangover Primer, I put it all over my face and massaged it into my skin. After that, I went in with my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation and my Cover FX drops, mixed about 3 drops of it into my foundation and put it all over my skin. Now using the Beauty Blender, I blended in the foundation and it gives a very seamless look, and with that drops it really gives you a nice glowing healthy skin. Now with the Bobbi Brown corrector, I put it on my under eyes to color correct my dark circles, and then to cover it up I went in with the MAC Pro Longwear concealer. This I use a shade lighter than my actual skin shade just to brighten up my under eyes as well, and it covers really well. So just with the Beauty Blender I put this all over my under eyes as well. Now to set everything in place, I used the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Medium Plus. I pressed the product into my skin rather than brushing it all over. So I tried to press it in as much as I could so my foundation and concealer doesn't move around. Now with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye pencil, I did my eyebrows off camera, and then I went in with the Rimmel Clear Gel to set my eyebrows into place. I just picked this up recently and it's a really nice product. I think it's a very nice drugstore product. Now with the MAC Shade Sticks, this is a very neutral color. I placed it all over my eyelids as a primer, and it gives a nice shine also. Sometimes I just like to use this on its own for an everyday look. And then I used a brush, a flat brush, to blend and even the whole thing out, my eyelids, before I placed any eyeshadow on it. Now for the eyeshadow, I will use the Naked 3 palette, and I first went in with the shade Limit just in my crease. So just blending that in, it's a really beautiful transition shade. And then after that, I went in with the shade Strains just for my brow bone highlight. And I always like to go back with the color I used previously to keep everything blended out. Now I used my finger for the shade Trick, which is a beautiful rose gold shade, and I used the brush as well. I think I decided to use the brush afterwards. So I used that to place it all over my eyelids. I really wanted this shade to shine. Now in with the shade Newer, Nooner, I deepened my crease. So added it into my crease to deepen it, but kept it lower than the shade Limit because I still wanted that shade to be seen. And using the All Nighter setting spray, I damped my brush and went in with the shade Trick again just to make it pop more. It wasn't as bright as I wanted it to be, so I used that Trick. And now I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills, the Modern Renaissance palette, and I went in with the shade Vermeer to add into my inner corner highlights. And then I used a crease brush to just blend it out so everything looks nice and seamless. Now going in again with the shade Limit, just adding more in, and then back into the shade Nooner from the Naked 3 palette onto my lower lash line. Just blending it in. And now I'm adding the shade Limit again to my lower lash line. So it has a gradual change. Adding some more shadow to my outer V. I went in with the Benefit liner for my winged liner, and then I went in with the Maybelline Kajal for my waterline upper and lower. I did my winged liner off camera because it takes quite some time, so I did that off camera. And then now I'm using a brush to blend out my kohl liner because I don't want that harsh look. I want everything to look slightly smoky. I then went in with the shade Dark Side from the Naked 3 palette and added that to my lower lash line to make it look a bit more smoked out. Now using the NYX Wonder Stick, I contoured and bronzed my skin up, so my cheekbones, nose, forehead, jawline, all of that good place. I'm really enjoying using these days, so I do really want to try out the Fenty Beauty contour shade because this is more of a bronzy shade, so I'm really wanting to try that out. Now just blending everything in with my beauty blender. It's so easy to blend and looks so more natural than a powder, I feel. Now using the Too Faced bronzer, Chocolate Soleil bronzer, I'm gonna just add a bit on top because I wanted it the intensity, more intensity, so I'm just adding some of that on top of the NYX Wonder Stick. And blending it all out. Blend, blend, blend. Now using the Dior blush in Rosebud. I'm really loving this Real Techniques brush these days for my blush. I think it's the perfect size. So just placing that all over my cheeks. It's a very natural everyday blush. And using the NARS Cabana highlighter on the high points of my face. So the bridge of my nose, my cheekbones, my top of my cheekbones, my forehead, and then going in with the Balm Mary Luminizer to intensify that even more. The lighting is not doing justice to how glowy this is. I'm going back with my blush brush just to blend everything out. I'm using this Bokto Professional Power of Lashes. They're handmade lashes. I did it off camera, and I wore the Huda Beauty lip liner in Gossip Girl and the liquid lipstick. Please do like and subscribe. Bye guys. Till next time. Sukrita.